Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarks Inverted, the second channel for Tarks Gauntlet, the channel where I talk more about video games in depth in a sort of review format. And today I have yet another games pickups video. Seems like this is what I mostly put on this channel right now, I guess. But it's been a little bit since I filmed them, so the pile's gotten kind of big. We're looking at darn near around 30 games today. I thought about splitting this up into 2 videos, but I guess if Metal Jesus and Reggie can have 1 hour long pickups videos, I can have 25 minutes, half an hour, let's hope. Let's get the ball rolling here, but first, just an apology for camera number 2 here. It's gonna look a little bit like 2008 YouTube, but this is the low effort channel for a reason. Let's start with something a little bit boring here. Shin Megami Tensei 5, not even the Vengeance version. This is the original launch version of the game for Switch. I didn't just recently pick this up because I wanted it exactly. We had a game on Marketplace for sale for quite a while, like literally a year, that was not moving. And somebody offered this as a trade, so I thought, you know, what the hell, there's more chance I'll play this than the game we're trying to sell for like $5. So, Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Switch. Next up, Dragon's Dogma 2 on the PS5. You can see I have not opened this yet. This is a game I was looking forward to for like literally a decade or more. I played Dragon's Dogma 1 on the PS3, actually maybe 360. It was at launch and it was before the Dark Arisen version. And like, I love the build of that original game. The lacking port crystals and whatever, the very, very limited fast travel actually added so much to the adventure and like getting around. When this game came out, people were not ready for a game like that. There's a big conspiracy that port crystals were, you know, cut out of the game just to be sold as DLC, but like, that's how the game build always was, and it's part of why I fell in love with it. So yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, PS5, there's the case, and the disc. It's more of just what's on the front cover. Very little extra package there. Next up is Clock Tower Rewind. This was imported, I believe, through Play Asia. Crocodile Rewindo. Fear the Scissor Man. New rewind mode featuring numerous gameplay additions. So I never actually played the original Clock Tower, at least not for any real stretch of time where I can say that I have. A long time ago on an emulator, the SNES version, I believe, and I've seen a lot about the game over the years. Always been curious, especially as a fan of like Fatal Frame, Silent Hill, you know, a lot of the older retro horror games, and games like Phantasmagoria, where you're kind of just locked in the house for the whole thing. The cartridge just has the logo of the game on it, but there is some inner liner art there, which is always nice to see. Another import, because I guess it was just cheaper to get it this way. Also, Japanese on the spine, Metroid Prime Remaster. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody knows what this looks like. The back looks a lot like the American version, just with more Japanese text. Let's just bust it open here, see if there's anything on the inside. And it's just like the original Metroid Prime art there. With a simple Metroid Prime logo on the cartridge. It's nice to see some reversible cover art. Not exactly a game people loved, but we have Alundra 2 on the PSX. This one was not too expensive to get, thankfully, unlike Alundra 1. This is only 1 disc, but it does come in one of these big, like, 4 to 5 disc cases. The manual is in here. And there's the disc there. Still in decent enough condition. It'll play just fine, which is what I care about. I've never played this game. I'm looking forward to the first one a lot more than this one, but you know, after I play Alundra 1, I'm gonna have to follow it up with the Activision published Alundra 2. Next up is Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 1, I've said many times, is one of my favorite games. I have to concede every time I say this though, the gameplay for that is not very good. It's kind of boring in terms of gameplay, but like the story, the world and atmosphere really speaks to me. It's got those mega Twin Peaks cozy town vibes, but like, you know, foggy forest and stuff. Like, it's kind of like the place I grew up in, only a little less shitty. So yeah, I've been looking forward to Alan Wake 2 for a long time, and when they announced it, they said digital only, so I said, okay, I guess I'll be looking forward to it for a little bit longer, because of course they're gonna put out a physical version. No matter what they say, we all knew it was coming, and it did, and it cost a little bit extra, so when I seen the price, I said, okay, I guess I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. So I waited for sale, and I got it then. The disc is not in here right now. I am playing the game right now, so can't really show you that. I will say this version comes with all the DLC, plus the remaster of Alan Wake 1. It's actually one hell of a good deal, and so far, I'm about 6 hours into Alan Wake 2. Loving it. I am loving my time with Alan Wake 2. So good. Next up is a game I know nothing about. I added it to an Amazon order because it was excessively cheap. We're talking like $10. Tales from Toyotoki, Arrival of the Witch. This is a visual novel published by Axes. I am expecting like a really cliche but comfy visual novel, and that's about it. Nothing too crazy here. There's the back of the case there. Learn how to live with a witch. You arrive alone on a secluded island filled with ancient traditions and strong personalities. Yeah, it's just a picture of the cast and some reversible cover art on the inside. Although, I guess this isn't really reversible cover art so much as it is inner liner art. I am a little bit worried about the Chemco logo on the back. Can't say I have good experience with Chemco, but the game was like 10 bucks. That's true for the next game in the list as well. Also added to an Amazon cart because it was super cheap, and it was kind of in the realm of games that I play and buy, and that is Eternites. This one, unlike Tales from Toyotoki, unlike Tales from Toyotoki, I actually do know some people who play this one, and they've had mixed reception to it, but I will say it's largely the games with mixed reception I seem to end up enjoying the most anyway. There is sadly not much of anything on the inside, just the disc with a picture of a city, like from the perspective of, I don't know, the line of orbit or something. But yeah, it's Eternites. Maybe one day I'll actually find out about it. But as it is right now, the games kind of pile up a little faster than I can get to them. Next up is a game I was really excited for, but had to go on the back burner for a long time because time is just not what it's used to be. And that is Deathmark 2, the third entry in the Spirit Hunter series. I was a big fan of Deathmark 1. I would say probably even like a minority fan in just how much I really, really liked the game. The second Spirit Hunter game, NG, was also really good, but just, not quite as good. I have actually already beat this game since I picked it up. I put this very high on my 2 playlist. Not to spoil the review, but quite disappointing. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, quite disappointing. If you want to find out more, I will be doing a full review on the main channel later, so, check out Tarks Gauntlet to find out. It might be a month before I get that one out. There's the disc. There is a little bit of liner art on the inside. Not a whole lot going on there, but, it's a creepy game. I guess at least the imagery there suits what it's going for. Next up, I alluded to this game earlier, and that is Alundra 1. Not a cheap game to get, but I bought it in one of the cheapest ways I can, and I'm gonna say this up front. This is not the genuine packaging. This is a reproduction case, and it is fairly obvious to tell. Looking at the back, you can see it in all the color and the printing quality of the art here, especially the text here. Very obviously a reproduction case. I'm generally against reproduction cases on the grounds that people will try to sell them as authentic. This is not going to be for sale. I am not selling this, and when I do, if I ever do, I probably won't, I would be selling this as disc only. But I also don't like buying disc only games, and the versions of this in the actual case were way too expensive for me. So we do have also a reproduction manual, and like Alundra 2, this is a 1-disc game in a multi-disc case. And here is the disc. Now this is something interesting. As per Working Designs, they always have some sort of wacky idea for packaging and selling their games. Alundra has many different disc variants. If you see that, this is the disc variant I ended up with. And there's a reason why this version was so cheap, not just because it was missing the case, but it also has a Video Store sticker across the entire top. Video Star, not a store I've ever seen myself, but this was an eBay purchase, so it could have come from anywhere. Judging by the quality of the disc, the total lack of scratches, I'm going to say Video Star did not rent this game out very much. But yeah, where this did come from a video store, because video stores basically never keep the original packaging for games, you know, back in the day. A reproduction case is about the best you could do for it. So I'm happy to have it on my shelf in like a presentable way. I really do not want to go back to 1999 and have a CD binder for my games. Next up, we got a stack of handheld games here. We got a cartridge-only version of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. We have Pokemon Puzzle Challenge for the Game Boy Color. Not complete in box, it's just the box and the game. So the game kind of rattles around in there a little bit. Then we have The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. This one does have its cardboard inserts, but no manual, I don't believe. No manual, so still not quite complete in box, but a little more complete. Next, we have Pokemon Crystal version. This is the box, plus the cardboard inserts and the game. Again, no manual, so not quite complete, but fairly complete. And Yoshi Touch and Go. Can't remember if this was on the last pickups video I did. I don't think so. Manual inside, cartridge, back of the case there. Never played the game, don't know all too much about it, but Yoshi games are usually okay for a little fun afternoon or two. Another very expensive one. This one is complete in box, and this is another Working Designs one. We have Lunar Silver Star Story complete. This was a Christmas gift from my brother-in-law, who's had it in his collection since it first came out. He knows I've been looking for them, so he gifted me his copy, and I'm so grateful I don't have to buy it myself. The condition that he kept this in is remarkably good. Yeah, and the packaging, man, Working Designs, they always killed it on the packaging. So we still have the little hardcover. It almost feels like a leather-bound manual and art book here with all the translation notes and localization notes and stuff that they done. And the game itself, Lunar Silver Star Story complete. 4 discs. Oh, there's the shit, man. It's the cloth case, their cloth map, still in its original packaging. I guess he never opened this piece, or if he did, he has tiny little piece of tapes just sealed back up. My brother-in-law told me the only reason he was still hanging on to these was because of the soundtrack. He just really wanted to keep the soundtrack. But I guess he was willing to part with it after all. Oh, and just like Ark the Lad 1, it does come with the Ark the Lad collection, it does come with a making of disc. Such insane packaging, and I'm very, very, very grateful to have this. Now, I just need to track down Lunar 2. The rest of the pickups video from here is going to be mostly retro games that also came from my brother-in-law. He was looking to pare down his collection, so we're selling a bunch of stuff for him and buying a good handful of stuff off of him. We'll go through a couple real quick here. Mario Paint, cartridge only. Apparently the mouse and mousepad does exist somewhere in his collection. He's still looking for it. Page Master for SNES, and Final Fantasy II. North American 2. I actually do not already own this one. I only own the Final Fantasy North American 3. Been looking for it for a while, but never found it at a very good price. So we're adding that to our collection now. Next up, the original Castlevania. I feel like there's not much point to say anything about this one. Most people know about this game already. I played it for the first time, I want to say 15 years ago on like the eShop or something. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. A game that's a little better than it gets credit for. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but still classic Castlevania game. Then we got Gradius 1, classic NES shoot 'em up, and Mega Man 4, a game I just, do not own. Actually, on NES, I still only own Mega Man 2 and 3. Been trying to get 1 for a long time, as that's also one of my favorites, albeit one of the harder ones. But yeah, NES, so it's very expensive. And a game that I told my brother-in-law we didn't really want, but we would sell for him. But he said he wanted to give it to us. I said, okay, you know what? Fine. We will hang on to this game for you until the day you decide you want to sell it. We will give it a good home to live until that day comes. But it's not a game I personally have any interest in, nor my wife. And that is Action 52. My brother-in-law purchased Action 52 some short time after its release, properly in stores back when it was new. This game is now infamous. If you're unfamiliar with it, you can go back to the video that made it infamous the Angry Video Game Nerds Action 52 episode. And we got 3 more games here. Metroid on the NES. I believe this is complete in box. Little dust sleeve for it. There's the game and the manual, as well as the classic little free membership to Nintendo Power pack-ins here. Oh, and this even still has the styrofoam at the bottom of the case. I'm sure there's somebody out there who finds that very specific bit of styrofoam quite valuable. For the Sega Genesis Ys 3 clamshell case, cartridges in there a little backwards. Complete with the manual. Excellent condition. Not sure how common these are. I don't think Ys was exactly a small selling game for the Genesis. I'm pretty sure they were fairly big. It's just kind of, you know, around the midpoint of the Ys franchise where it became a little more niche. And we're gonna finish this off with one more Ys game. Wanderers from Ys 3 on the Super Nintendo, complete in the cardboard case. And there's something real fun about this. The screenshots on the back there, clearly just taken with a camera of somebody's CRT TV. Like there's no hiding that that's exactly what that is. That's kind of funny. Inside the case is the cartridge with a little dust cover still in its original cardboard holder there, as well as the Wanderers from Ys 3 instruction booklet. Again, in very good condition. Still has all the little extra slips in there. And I like most things on here. I don't know if this is like an uncommon game or whatever. I haven't quite looked up the value of these yet to pay him for the games that we're buying off him. We will be doing that shortly, and I'm a little bit scared. Yeah, we got through that a lot quicker than I thought we would. That's about 28 games. But yeah, apologies it took so long and I let them pile up so much. I think I will be compiling this as one video. I have 2 more games coming in the mail right now, actually. No, 1. Trails Through Daybreak 2, so maybe you'll see that on the next pickups video. As for now, everybody, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and definitely subscribe to the main channel, Tarks Gauntlet, where I have an upcoming review of Ark the Lad 1, if it's not already out yet, a full retrospective on that, complete with a story recap, as well as an upcoming review for Deathmark 2 to get my in-depth thoughts on that. As always, folks, thanks for watching.